discussing Krishna conscious activities of the Lord, Krishna consciousness with the devotees, Krishna's glories with the devotees continuously, nothing else. Then surely you will get liberated from the illusory energy. Any question? One more, just with that we'll end. 40th, it's a little later. In that he says, when one seriously engages in the devotional service of the personality of Godhead, fixing the Lord's lotus feet within one's heart as the only goal of life, one can destroy the innumerable impure desires lodged within the heart as a result of one's previous fruitive work within the three modes of material nature. How many of you feel there is lust in your heart? How many feel anger is there? Greed is there? Pride is there? Illusion is there? Envy is there? So that's what is the answer. When one seriously engages in the devotional service of the personality of Godhead, fixing the Lord's lotus feet within one's heart as the only goal of life, one can destroy the innumerable impure desires lodged within the heart as a result of one's previous fruitive work within the three modes of material nature. We cannot blame anyone for having the lust in our heart, pride in our heart, anger in our heart. Then we only acted fruitively with fruitive mentality. So we got all this lust, pride, greed, envy, anger. Now if we act seriously in Krishna conscious devotional activities, we can get rid of them all at once, in one sense. When the heart is thus purified, one can directly perceive both the Supreme Lord and oneself as transcendental entities. So his Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that only two things are spiritual in this world, Jiva and the holy name. Holy name is Krishna only. So we are two transcendental. Lord is transcendental, we are transcendental. Everything else is material. So we just connect ourselves. We see ourselves as transcendental and Lord as transcendental. Lord has come in the form of holy name, which is transcendental. Keep chanting the holy name throughout day, throughout life. Thus one becomes perfect in spiritual understanding through direct experience, just as one can directly experience the sunshine through normal, healthy vision. Very easily we can see noontime sun, very easily in sunlight. So like that we can see ourselves as transcendental. Okay, any question? 11th canto is very philosophical and very powerful. No illusion can remain if we read it. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, 13 to 18 chapters, they are about Gyan Yoga. So Bhakti within 7th to 12th chapter is protected from both sides. First 6 chapters of Karma Yoga, last 6 chapters of Gyan Yoga. Like that Bhagavatam also, this 11th canto, Uddhav Gita, very powerful. Yes.
कभी कुछ सेवाएं होती बहुत ज़्यादा, तो उसके चलते हम चैंटिंग को सुन नहीं पाते, बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है चैंटिंग के वक्त।
बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है क्यों?
दिमाग में वो सारी चीज़ें आने लगती हैं।
So that's what that ignorance has to be cleared off. Ignorance is of all the 9 processes of devotional service, which is topmost. Which one? Chanting. भजनेर मध्य सर्वश्रेष्ठ नवविध भक्ति कृष्ण प्रेम कृष्ण दीते धरे महाशक्ति. Of all varieties of spiritual practices, topmost are the 9 processes of devotional service. Bhajanera madhye sarvasreshta navavida bhakti. These 9 are topmost. Far better than dan, tapa, vrata, this, that, so many other things are there. Going to holy places. These 9 are the topmost. In all types of bhajan, these 9 are topmost. They give us Krishna prem, love for Krishna. That is non-different from Srimati Radharani, because she is made up of Krishna prem only. Daivihi Esha Gunamayi. External potency is made up of the 3 modes, Gunamayi. But Radharani is made up of Krishna prem. Krishna premamayi Radha, Radha premamayo Harihi. Radharani is made up of love of Krishna, and Krishna is made up of love for Srimati Radharani. So Krishna prem you get, that means Radharani you get, her mercy you get, bhakti you get, more bhakti you get. And Krishna also you get. Krishna prema, Krishna dite, dhare mahashakti. Next verse, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Sanatana Goswami. Next shloka of this. Tara madhe sarvasreshta nama sankirtan niraparadha nama laile paya prema dhan. In all these 9 processes also topmost is chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But Niraparadha Namalele. One should chant without offenses. And the topmost offense is inattentive chanting. That is the mother of all the offenses. So one who has surrendered to the lotus feet of his spiritual master, who hears from the spiritual master removes the ignorance. Chakshur unmilitam yena. I was born in the darkest of ignorance. Om Ajnana Timir Andhasya. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and spiritual master with the torchlight of knowledge, Jnananjana Shalakaya, Chakshur unmilitam yena. He opened my eyes. So one who hears his spiritual master, he understands, yes, all services are fine, but the topmost is chanting. Every other service we do in the day should be only with the goal so that tomorrow my chanting will be very nice. Just like I came all the way from Pune to here. What for? So that tomorrow I will be able to chant in the best possible way. I distributed books in the plane. So what for? So that tomorrow I can chant nicely. When that cab person drove me from airport to here, at the end I gave him books. He took the books. What for? So that tomorrow I can chant nicely. Everything that I do in the day should be so that I can chant the next day very nicely. Because that is the topmost. Prabhupada said 99% of our devotional advancement depends on chanting. So if you have heard your spiritual master, you know that for sure. So how can you be carried away by other services? Okay, when you had to do those services, you did them. That's understood. But now when you are sitting for chanting, when you are not doing those services are already done, and whatever remaining part is there, that has to be done after chanting. So if that ignorance is not there, you will be fully focused in chanting. Got it or not? So one cannot give preference or priority or second thought about any other services during chanting. If we are giving, that means ignorance is there for sure. Material desires are also there. Some other thought, I will purchase iPhone today, I will purchase iPhone, which model, that model. And you are chanting and then thinking about this. So iPhone is more important for you than Hare Krishna and Ram. That is ignorance again. And the desire to purchase that iPhone, and with that iPhone I will do such bhakti. Whether you will do that bhakti in future or not, now you are not doing bhakti while chanting Hare Krishna, because you are thinking of purchasing iPhone only. So thus we are cheated. A sadhaka is wonderfully cheated by Maya, by either his mind going to future plans or his mind going to past mistakes, past unfulfilled, unachieved things like that. So be in the present tense. Now I am chanting, let me focus. That is only when ignorance is removed. Till then we will be cheated by Maya. We have to hear a lot. Yes, any other? We have to serve great souls also. Then they remove this ignorance.
When we come with our friend devotees, we try to do Krishna Seva, it turns to mundane thoughts. How we can
One person has to be Krishna conscious. They cannot be equals of such a thing that all are equally interested in Prajalpa. At least one should be somewhat sincere in that. So that person can again turn back that whole Prajalpa heading discussion back to Krishna. At least one person should be there. That's why I said, because we don't control our tongue, that's why you don't read Prabhupada books. One of the best ways to read Prabhupada books is shut up your mouth. Don't open it. Put a cello tape there, electric tape there, or anything else that can make sure you can't speak anything. And on that you write there, not fit for speaking. Because somebody will come, अरे प्रभु क्या हुआ? पढ़ो means वो पास में आके बढ़े कहे not fit for speaking. क्यों? बोलने का ही नहीं, अधिकार ही नहीं है आपको. Because it gets into Prajal. Rather, if you have read about Prabhupada, let's say 1 hour, 2 hours, or let's say 5 to 10 hours you read about Prabhupada. Once you open mouth after those 5-10 hours, what will you speak? Prabhu, pata hai kya? What I read for 5 hours? I'll tell you. Sit down here. वो बेचारा जा ही नहीं पाएगा. वो बोलेगा नहीं पता है कि पॉलिटिक्स में क्या हो. वो छोड़ो, मेरा अभी तक 1 घंटे का डाउनलोडिंग हुआ है, 4 घंटे का बाकी है. Wait, after that you tell what that politics is. So you have to take in Krishna a lot. Then so much Krishna will come out. They have first in, first out. Last in, last out. As much in, that much out. That's what I said, na. How much Telugu language is gone inside you, that much comes out of you. How many of you know Telugu? One. Only one knows, huh? Okay. I also know three sentences. Telugu radu, Hare Krishna cheppandi, Anandanga undandi, and 10 rupailu, 10 rupees. The book is for 10 rupees. So no fourth Telugu statement I know. Because these are the three statements our NIT Warangal devotees trained me in. Like that. They were teaching me alphabets also. Little bit I tried to learn, but gave up. But these three sentences they taught me, and I learned them. And this is what I used for last 20 years. And there no fourth statement. So that much only Telugu is gone inside. That much only comes out. For him, unlimited Telugu sentences went inside. So he can speak unlimitedly in Telugu. So what goes in, that comes out. If you ask me Marathi, that I can speak very fluently because unlimitedly is gone inside. That can come out. So Krishna has to go unlimitedly in our system through ears. Then he will come out through mouth. Yes, any other? नहीं, उसका बाउंड्री होता ही नहीं. See, if you read Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami tells, absolute unconditional humility is the entry pass for Golok Vrindavan. If you are going to Vaikuntha Lok, okay, unlimited humility is not required. With less humility also you can go, but for Golok Vrindavan, no question. Absolute, that means full humility, unconditional. When we become sick, we are conditionally humble. प्रभु कैसे आप? प्रभु क्या बताओ, इतना हम्बल लगता है वो, है नहीं है वो. जैसे ठीक हो जाएगा फन उसका ऊपर आ जाएगा. So unconditional humility. So that is the entry pass. And other devotees also tell that how much you are humble, how to know? By how much you tolerate. If you are not humble, you will not tolerate. So be humble. So tolerance, there is no limit. Certainly you are not having absolute humility, so your tolerance may be limited. But as such, tolerance can be unlimited. Haridas Thakur, just think, 22 marketplaces he was beaten up. You may say, I cannot tolerate in 2-3 marketplaces also. Yes, that is our level. But Haridas Thakur tolerated in, why only 20 marketplaces? 22. You got to have tolerated in 22,000 marketplaces also. Unfortunately, in Navadvip there are no 22,000 marketplaces. There are only 22 marketplaces only. No 23 marketplaces also. So they beat him up in all 22 marketplaces, and still he was alive only. So don't think that, don't limit yourself. Bhakti is unlimited. As such, everything is sadhan only that we perform in bhakti, because we are sadhakas. We are not bhava bhaktas. We are not doing bhava bhakti, and nor are we premi bhaktas. So it's all sadhan only. So studies is also sadhan, physical service is also sadhan, reading, hearing, everything, drinking water, passing stool, everything is sadhan only, because it's all favorable for devotional service. So in that, some part is important, like Shravanam Kirtanam, reading, hearing, chanting. And as far as studies, that is conditional duty. So there should be balance between conditional duties and constitutional duties. If neglect towards one will cause problem. As such, if you give up conditional duties completely, that is also not a problem. Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam harer bhajan apakvo athapate tato yadi yatra kvava bhadram abhut amushyakim ko artha aptos abhajatam swadharmatah. This sloka says that even one immaturely giving up his worldly activities gets into spiritual life, but because he is apakva, unripe in devotional practices, he falls down from that devotional practice also. What is the loss? Bhagavatam says. And on the contrary, somebody practices his duties, material duties towards father, he is very duty bound towards mother, towards job. But what is the use? Because towards Krishna he is not wafadar, he is not loyal, chaste to Krishna. And he chaste to his mother, he chaste to his father. What is that? That is hollow, that is empty. So Bhagavatam recommends even giving up material activities fully, material duties, and surrendering fully to Krishna. And even if one is immature, falling down, no problem, Bhagavatam says. If you don't believe, read Bhagavatam. I'm quoting from Bhagavatam only. But ठीक है चलो, as practitioners we can balance, we can practice material life also, constitutional duties and spiritual duties and conditional duties. But there should be quite a good amount of spiritual duties. And if possible, one can give up all material duties fully, join as brahmacharis, and fully devotional activities. That is the best, if you could do it. Is that okay? What is the difference between Bible, Quran and our our what? Shastras of Bhakti, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam says. What is the origin of Bible, Quran, etc.? This is because those people in those regions of the world, they were not ready for highest. So then Krishna gives knowledge according to the level of the audience also. Just like for children, to her, Komala, what will we teach? Addition, first numbers, addition, subtraction. We cannot teach her derivatives, matrices, vectors. That will be too much. According to the level of the person. People also ask such type of questions while preaching. How to preach, how to prove them that our literatures are the topmost. That is not required. Prabhupada, when he went to West, he told them, I have come to make you a proper Christian. You claim to be a Christian, but then there are 10 commandments, and the first commandment says, thou shalt not kill. But what kind of Christian are you? That you are killing animals, you are eating their flesh. So I have come here not to convert you to Hinduism or anything. I have come here to make you a proper Christian. So make people do their practices properly. Don't have to prove. This is an ego tussle sometimes. To prove to others, our Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam is the topmost. What is the need? Let him follow his religion properly. That's why when I meet Muslims and all that, so I ask them, so sir, do you do 5 namaz a day? नहीं सर, होता नहीं, मैं रिक्शा चलाता हूँ, रोजी रोटी का सवाल है, लेकिन 2 करता हूँ सर. मैं बोलता हूँ ठीक है, 2 कर रहे हैं, अच्छा है आप, लेकिन हो सकता है तो देखिए कभी 5 करनी चाहिए. वही तो बोला है ना आपको कुरान में. ले हाँ सर, सही बोल रहे हैं आप. तो ही फील्स दैट यस, ये जो साधु बोल रहा है सही है, 5 करना चाहिए. लेकिन ही इज कंसिडर्ड आल्सो, क्या करूँ मैं बीवी बच्चों वाला हूँ, नहीं जमता, ऑटो चलाचे कहाँ 5 करूँगा रोज. उसको मैं बोलूँगा अरे क्या पागलपन, अरे हाईएस्ट इज सनातन धर्म, प्रेम संकीर्तन, रिक्शा को लगा दो आग, रिक्शा को लगा दो आग, हम दोनों डांसिंग करते करते एयरपोर्ट जाएंगे. उसका भी बैंड बज जाएगा और मेरा प्लेन बच जाएगा. So that is not the way. We don't have to, just like children and all, we don't pull their hand, अरे जल्दी बड़े हो जाओ बेटे, ऐसे थोड़ी नहीं होता है. उनको खिलाओ अच्छे से और उनको दौड़ने, घूमने दो, खेलने दो, वो अपने आप बढ़ जाएंगे. But patience is also required. So there is nothing to, no need to, so much dissatisfaction is not required in our practice, that we are so much feeling insecurity if others don't take to our, no, they will take. First we have to ask ourselves, have I taken Gita Bhagavat myself seriously? Now also it's a shame on Sundar Sham Das if at least 100 to 100 slokas from Bhagavad Gita are taken outside, written on simple paper, and if they are shown to me, if they are asked, can you tell where they are from? My plain answer would be, they are from scriptures. Which scripture? That Krishna knows. Vedescha sarve raham eva vedyo. He is the compiler of the Vedas, knower of the Vedas, the speaker of the Vedas. So he must be knowing. And myself, I don't know. And our Swami Prabhupada will know. So I don't know. So shame on me. Once one of the big donors for our Pune ISKCON temple, Mr. Lohiaji, who was at one point of time giving his entire Ram temple to us, along with the entire campus, lawns, and even Brahmacharya ashram, everything he was giving. But some things happened, we could not take up. But there, when he left his body, then we were called Brahmacharis from temple for doing kirtan next to his dead body. So when we went, I was told to do lead kirtan, and we had carried microphone sound system. So it was there, and I was playing mridang or playing kartal, and with closed eyes I was leading kirtan, and other brahmacharis and all of those people were singing. And his dead body was there only. So after 15-20 minutes leading, one brahmachari touched my shoulder, and I opened my eyes. He said, "Now stop this. They want to have recitation of Bhagavad Gita." So I said, "Okay, so what should I do?" He said, "Now you lead us in Gita shlokas in that chapter." So I said, "Where is Gita?" So they gave that Gorakhpur Gita Press. That's they have only shlokas. So we started singing. I don't remember which chapter, 15th or something. So I was having microphone. So my sound was heard loudest because I had microphone. So I was leading, and those our brahmacharis also were having book. They were also trying. They were also reading, reciting, and all those relatives are also singing. Sometimes while reading only, I got stuck there, and because I did not pronounce properly, I was not knowing how to read it. So I slowed down, and all the relatives, they went on without books and all. They went, and then I was thinking, "Arey, shame on you! You are a brahmachari. Last so many years, your life is dedicated to Gita." I shaved my head on Gita Jayanti day only, 7th December. This also happens to be my spiritual master's appearance day, Vyas Puja day of Radhana Swami Maharaj. Next day on 8th December, Radhesham Prabhu in Maharaj meeting, Maharaj room, we were there together. So Radhesham Prabhu said, "Yesterday Maharaj on your Vyas Puja, Sundar Sham Prabhu offered his hair as Vyas Puja offering." So Maharaj looked at me and said, "Thank you, Hare Krishna Maharaj." So I shaved on my head on Gita Jayanti day, and my life is dedicated to Gita, and having Gita shlokas in front of me, I was not able to recite them properly. So this is the shame on me. So why should we worry about converting others into that? Is no, so much is not required. Yes, any other? Yes, we have to practice ourselves.
ह्यूमिलिटी का पैरामीटर्स बताया था
हम्म
वो लोग में जाने दो एक ह्यूमिलिटी मतलब एक फॉल्स को रिजेक्ट कर दिया जिसने तो मुझे मतलब अगर वैकुंठ में जाने तो फॉल्स को तो उसको रिजेक्ट करने
Yes, but still the degree of humility required for entering in Golok is quite high. Vaikuntha and all. Vaikuntha में क्या दासरस, सख्यरस, दासरस and shantaras. But in Golok Vrindavan you need absolute unconditional humility. And definition of humility Prabhupada gives in 13.8, I think, that to not have satisfaction of being praised by others. Isn't it? When we are praised by others, we feel very nice. Wow, ये प्रभु अच्छे हैं, ये माता जी अच्छे हैं, मेरा गुणगान करते हैं. ये I don't like because they always criticize me. So not to be anxious, not to be anxious to have derived the satisfaction of being honored by others. Anxiety रहता है. Those will honor me. I will go to only IIT BHU because they give me garland. I will not go to some other thing because they don't give garlands. और they give चप्पल का garland. तो वहाँ क्यों जाऊँ मैं? अरे लेकिन दे रहे हैं garland तो दे रहे हैं ना. वही चप्पल बाजार में बेच के कुछ तो मिल जाएगा. नहीं, but we are hungry. Also ego is thirsty for satisfaction through praises of others. So thus, not to be anxious to have derived the satisfaction of being honored by others. So look, it's very deep definition because it's on subtle platform. In our mind, our false ego is always looking. Who are the ones who always satisfy me? And who are the ones who don't like me? You know, when Jesus Christ was crucified, on either side there were two other thieves. They were also crucified. So one of them said, "So you claim to be the king of all the Christians and all that. So see, what has your God done? You are crucified like that. You are also blamed to be a thief like us." So he criticized Jesus. But the other side person said, "Hey, don't say like that. He is really the man of God." And something like that he said. So Jesus said that you will be there in heaven with me, something like that. But for many others who were criticizing him, laughing at him, what did Jesus pray to God for them? "Oh Lord, please forgive them, for they know not what they do." What a deep prayer. "Oh Lord, please forgive them, for they know not what they do." They don't know what they are doing. So please forgive them. Otherwise God will take it very seriously and punish them. So he doesn't want them to be punished because they are just ignorant. That is the humility of Jesus. Now one question or what? Is that question? Prabhuji, in college what we should do so that we can remain Krishna conscious. Preach to all, preach to your professors, HODs, if possible, dean. One professor will at least hear you, Dhaval Krishna Prabhu. He is happy, but not during his college periods when he has to give class. But otherwise, in his cabin, you can go discuss Krishna Katha with him. And preach to everyone, whosoever you come across. Some envious elements are there, forget them, don't preach to them. But don't leave anyone. When I would enter in my classroom, one of my class friends, he would loudly, "Hey, Prabhu aa gaya, Prabhu aa gaya." Sab bolo Hare Krishna. Because once what happened when I was in second year, so somehow he wanted my journal or something. So he came, he said, "I will come with you to your place." So I took him very innocently. So what happened when devotees were coming for lunch break, different devotees, they would call my name and say Prabhu, and he would wonder, अरे मेरे फ्रेंड का ये तो सरनेम है ही नहीं, इन लोगों को इसको पता नहीं शायद, because they said my name and Prabhu. He was thinking, he got a shock. Then after some time another devotee came, he again said that and Prabhu. Again, अरे Prabhu, इन लोगों को हो क्या गया? Then he understood, अरे here everybody calls each other as Prabhu only. So then he understood that point. Next दिन से जब से कॉलेज में जाता था एंट्री, वो पहले आके बैठता था और he would call loudly, "Hey, प्रभु आ गया, प्रभु." And I would be wondering, should I laugh or what should I do? But he would be like that. So you should preach. If you preach vibrantly, it will be very powerful. I would preach to my teachers. The madam, Patil madam, who taught me power systems 1 in 3rd semester or somewhere. To her, More madam, who taught me electrical machines 1, and one more madam. Tate sir also, who taught us STOM, strength of materials. Because we were electrical engineering student, but one subject was there of mechanical engineering, STOM. So he was teaching me. So I went to his home also with Radhesham Prabhu's that, what is that? Essence of Bhagavad Gita, if you know, blue book with hardbound, huge, what they call, legal size paper, na? One is A4 and one bigger than that, I think legal size. So I took him to his house. His wife was also inside and said, "Sir, please, this is very nice book I explained, and please take it." And he, after explanation 5-10 minutes, then he was reluctant in one sense. So he said, "I will take it later." Like that he said. I said, "Money problem, sir?" I checkmated him because he's a professor. How can he have money problem? The book was 60 rupees. He will never have. But I wanted to somehow or other. I said, "Money problem, sir?" He said, "No, not money problem." Then I was like this, Then he went inside, he brought 60 rupees and he gave me. I thought, हो गया काम. Like that. So हम बहुत चालू थे. अभी भी वैसे ही है. अभी that time चालू थे, चलते थे. अभी हम क्या है? दौड़ू है. ना अभी हम दौड़ते हैं, उड़ते भी हैं. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्ण. दंडवत प्रणाम आपको नहीं कर सकता मैं, क्योंकि आप सन्यासी नहीं है, लेकिन आपको पंचांग प्रणाम, एकांग प्रणाम. दंडवत प्रणाम सन्यासियों के लिए होता है या गुरुओं के लिए होता है. दंडवत प्रणाम नहीं बोलना चाहिए. करना है तो प्रणाम कभी भी करना चाहिए. इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ हिज होलीनेस राधा गोविंद स्वामी महाराज, ये प्रणाम करने का होता है, ये बोलने का नहीं होता है. महाराज की हिंदी में है ना, करना होता है ना प्रणाम, बोलना थोड़ी होता है. ऐसे अगर मैं बोलूँ मैं आप सबको गुलाब जामुन खिलाता हूँ, हर किसी को 50 गुलाब जामुन खिलाता हूँ, आप बोलेंगे क्या प्रभु आप भी, किधर है गुलाब जामुन? तो ना आपके हाथ में एक भी नहीं दिख रहा, आप बोल रहे हर किसी को 50 खिलाओ. ये क्या है गुलाब जामुन? क्या ऐसे बोलने की बात है? तो खिलाओ भाई, 2 हाथ में है कि नहीं? इसमें कुछ दम है क्या? अगर मैं बोला आप सबको मैं 50 गुलाब जामुन खिलाता हूँ, बोले क्या, बोलो ही मत ना, जले पे नमक छिड़क. तो मेरे जीवा में एकदम सब ऑल टेस्ट बर्ड्स आर एजिटेटेड and no gulab jamun visible also. Thank you for these wonderful teachings on our spiritual practice. There is one question of mine. We know that we are not the body, we are soul, but still when we come across with some unexpected situation like anger in traffic jam or train late, or when we got some sudden injury, we immediately focus to overcome from that. So how to develop this purity in knowing that we are not the body? That is not just knowledge, that has to become vigyan, realized knowledge. So for us to become realized souls, apart from being knowledgeable souls, we have to serve. And the topmost service is chanting. You have to chant attentively. His Holiness Gopalakrishna Swami Maharaj would always say, the root cause of all problems is inattentive chanting, and the solution to all our problems is attentive chanting. So, how many of you feel that you chant inattentively? Me too. So, that's why, to the degree we are all chanting inattentively, to that degree we face difficulties. As simple as that. Otherwise, there is no difficulty in life at all. There is one book by His Grace Shrutakirti Prabhu. Name of the book itself is What is the Difficulty? And Prabhupada would use this phrase so many times. Shrutakirti Prabhu, being personal servant of Prabhupada, he heard it so many times, so then he wrote a book only. And he writes the passages from his life at different times when all Prabhupada said that to him. Like that. So Prabhupada had no difficulty. So he is the most perfect person to ask this question. What is the difficulty? There is no difficulty. Why are you assuming difficulty? There is no difficulty at all. So the realized knowledge is not there because we are not rendering services. So knowledge plus service is equal to realization. So what happens many times, we have a lot of classes, theory classes in which we gain knowledge, but we don't render service. And one of the topmost services is also speaking, preaching. So what you hear, tell to others. Then that will become realized knowledge also. Shravanam itself can be a service. Shravan Seva. These are all 9 processes of devotional service. So Shravan Seva, Kirtan Seva, Smaran Seva, Padasevanam Seva, Archanam Seva, Vandanam Seva, Dasyam Seva, Sakhyam Seva, Atman Nivedanam Seva. All are sevas only. All are devotional services only. But whatever we don't do as service. We have सुनना है class, a compulsory class है, what to do, सुनना ही पड़ेगा. So we are not rendering service then. प्रसाद भी सेवा ही है ना. If you see the prayers, प्रसाद सेवा, Mahaprasade Govinda prayer. I think above that it is written. I think prasad seva, something like that is written. So it's also seva. Everything is seva. For a sevak, everything that he does is seva only. If we are sevaks, if we are servants, then. Any other? Do Mataji have any question? I think Mataji asked this. Yes. Prestige.
Prestige by some material things purchase of the material and people need. After coming bhakti, that material desires are not there. Prestige by we are beyond that prestige to Krishna of the life.
What is the question? That's what, na? This is our ignorance. Knowledge is Krishna is the Bhokta. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhrudam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim ruchyati. He attains lasting peace. So because you are looking for prestige through devotional activities, where Krishna is enjoyer, you are trying to become enjoyer, you will lose peace. You cannot be peaceful person. You will be very disturbed. Dhirastattarana muyate. That's why you will be disturbed by so many changes that you will go through, pass through. Because life is such, there will be changes. There is nothing constant in this world. That's why they say change is the only constant thing in this material world. Change is the only constant thing. Very funny statement, but true. So, you will be bewildered because you are trying to become Bhokta. But if you understand Krishna is the Bhokta, so very nice. So, like Prabhupada, in the Western countries, sometime he would be very eager to know how people respect him there. How they appreciate, oh, Swamiji have done so big. These youngsters here in US or Europe, we are not able to control them. They are like Gandhi cases and they have so much surrendered to you. They are so great. So Prabhupada would take pleasure in hearing this because when they are glorifying him, he understands they are glorifying his spiritual master's mission. It's a glorification, it's a direct glorification of his divine grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So that was the only reason. Otherwise, personally, he was least bothered about what people think about him. My spiritual master is respected, Krishna is respected. When they respect me, praise me for the work I have done, that means they are praising Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Because he is the one who ordered me and I came here. Krishna is the one whose mission I am representing the whole world. So if you are looking for your own prestige, you will be very disturbed. If you are and because peace will be lost from your life. You are not the enjoyer, Krishna is. You are not the proprietor, Krishna is. You are not the friend of everyone, Krishna is. So on behalf of Krishna, you can be friendly to everyone. One of the qualities of devotees is Titikshava Karunika Suhrudam Sarvadehina. For Krishna Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarva Lokam Maheswaram Suhrudam Sarva Bhutanam. And for devotees, Suhrudam Sarva Dehinam. Same. Bhutanam Dehinam, same meaning. So devotees also Sakshat Haritvena. They develop the qualities of Krishna by being always active for Krishna. So we want prestige for Krishna, not for us. What will you gain by earning some prestige for yourself? You yourself will be for a short time here. Today here, gone tomorrow. 100 years from now, what is the use of all the prestige that you earned? No use. But that only in the short lifespan of that you go through, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you earn lot of prestige for Krishna. It will be always remembered by Krishna in his heart. What's your name? Pankaj. The Pankaj Prabhu, when he was IIT BHU student, how much he preached? 5,000 boys he approached in the hostel, and on the campus also he caught them and tried his best. Some of them insulted him like anything. One person even spat on his face, but he was so determined. After that also he just wiped it with his dhoti little bit island, and then he went to the next person also there. So this will be always in the heart of Krishna for all eternity. And the prestige that you earn, what's the use? It's only in your heart, then your heart is also taken away. So, understand what is temporary and what is permanent, eternal. That is what the knowledge spiritual master gives. Chakshur unmilitamena. What is temporary? What is permanent? Just like my body, this is temporary. It's 2025. 2099, what will be? How will this body be? This body will not be there. It must have been burnt long before. So I have this body which I will not have tomorrow. So now let me make the best utilization of this body. Let me use it in Krishna's service. Let me speak about Krishna. Let me see the beautiful form of Krishna. Let me hear about Krishna. Let me taste Krishna Prasad. Let me smell flowers offered to Krishna. Everything, whatever my body could do, let it be for Krishna only. Krishnarthe Akhila Cheshta. All activities for Krishna. Seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, everything for Krishna and Krishna only. Like that. Then I earn permanent wealth through this temporary wealth. Then my body is my temporary wealth. This wealth I won't have tomorrow. So through this temporary wealth property, I can earn eternal wealth if I do Krishna conscious activities with this temporary wealth, temporary body. Tomorrow this body will not be there for sure. Maya is the hijacker, and Kala, Krishna only in the form of Kala, will take away this body for all of us. In fact, not only in 2019 and I won't be here, I doubt who will be there. Only Komala will be there. But I don't know, maybe you all will be there. 75 years from now, isn't it? 74. So if you are 20 years old, you will be 95 years old. You all. And I will be 125 years old. So there is no question of 125 years old. So that is what is intelligence. You see what is permanent and what is temporary, and use temporary for permanent benefit. That is what is called as intelligence. Isn't it? Any other? So you are ready for what is that topic? Developing Krishna conscious friendships centered around sharing Krishna Katha. So a lot of hearing Krishna Katha has to be there, then sharing will happen. Without hearing, whatever we hear, that's what we share. If you ask me share market rates, I can't open my mouth only because I don't know only what is the rate of anything there. So let us know about Krishna by hearing about him, and then we can share about him to the whole world. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. As many people as you tell, it will be very nice. Today in Pune to Hyderabad plane, I got Bhavesh next to me. He did engineering from SIT college, and I gave him the books he took, and then he asked some questions to me. about Karma Yoga and all devotional service. Very wonderful. So I could preach to him very wonderfully. Then another family also I preached. They had two kids, one boy in second grade, Nilay, and daughter, Vamshika, like that. She's in what they call senior KG, something like that. And their parents, they're from Pune only. So them also I preached little bit. So everyone you come across, and then this cab fellow also, Santosh. Then he's from 3 kilometers away from here, some town. Mirpur, 3 kilometers from here. But to him also we could preach. I gave him prasad also. So like that, keep doing with everyone. Nobody should should go empty-handed from you. Some Krishna he has to get through you. Book, prasad, at least Hare Krishna. Some philosophy maybe. Some invitation for temple. We invited him to temple. I did not know the address, so I asked him where our temple situated. Then you told what? Gurgaon. Gurudham Chowk. So he was telling that he will tell details. I said there are no details required. He is a cab fellow. He knows the entire Varanasi far better than all of us. You just tell him the area, he will find out. Gurudham Chowk. So then he understood. So like that, give everyone Krishna. That's how you become Guru. Okay, so thank you all very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल. So this is Mahaprasad, mainly for those who did not get. Sorry, only stock a little less. Afternoon, those who received me with kirtan, to them we already gave. But to them little bit of this we will give. So this is Radha Kunji Bihari's Mahaprasad, which I already distributed. But that is I think Radha Vrindavan Chandra. So who did not get in the morning? So you all come. But anyway, overall it is less only. Sorry for that.